What's up, farmers? Hope everybody's having a great weekend, as well as getting in the garage, making some progress on your goals. Speaking of which, if you are, look me up on Instagram. I want to see the progress you guys are making, what you guys are building, all that. So look me up on Instagram. The IG is down in the description, and if I remember it correctly, it's hp_farm. So look it up and check it out. I will admit I have been slacking. I have not touched the car. I haven't even touched, let alone the lower torque boxes. So I'm slacking in that area, but good news is, my wheels have been here for a bit, and I was able to pick up my buddy's 315s so I can measure because the rear end width, and that's going to be the first goal for the weekend. After that, I'll get back on the lower torque boxes, but stick around because I will be debuting the wheels. If you do follow Instagram, you saw that they came in, and I kind of kept it as a suspense item, so nobody knows what wheels I have except for me, and you guys will see that today. So stick around. All right, everybody. So I have the wheels mounted on the tires. It doesn't really go. That's not the way it goes, right? I have the tires mounted on the wheels, and I got the wheels in position roughly, so I can get an idea of what it's going to look like. Trying to get position in the fender. Now, the reason I did borrow these 315s was because they are the widest wheels that I would run. The 315s are actually wider than even the 28-10-5 slick that I could run. So being that they're the widest, I wanted to use them for mock-up and measuring, so that way no matter what tire I put on the wheel, there will be absolutely no issues, because the way I've done this, I've got a wheel that will work whether it's 275, 315, or 28-10-5. They will all those tires will fit on these wheels, and they will work well. So as you can see, I do everything covered up because I'm not ready to expose them yet, even though I'm dying to show them off, and I'm sure everybody is dying to see them. But when I was at the Joliet NMRA NMCA race, I talked to the Mickey Thompson tire guy there, because the biggest thing I was curious about was, you see everybody stretching their tires onto these wheels. They're it's a 275 tire, but they got them sitting on 14-inch wheels. And so talking with him, basically the answer is the more stretch you can get, the better contact, the more you stretch the tire on the wheel, the better contact you get on the surface, the track surface. That's on a radial. So talking with him, I said, I figured on running a 275, but I don't really want to have different wheels for the 28-10-5, or if I were to step up to a 315. And he said, in his opinion, your best option is to go with a 12-inch wide wheel. So that's what I did, because he said that works well. You get a little bit of stretch on a 275, it fits well on a 315, and your 28-10-5 slick will fit there no problem. And you could even use their, I forget what it's called, It's like a radial, but it's the closest thing to a slick in radials they have. I forget what their name is for it, but you can even use that. So I ordered up a set of Weld Racing 15-inch diameter, 12-inch wide wheels for the back, and I did move away from the standard lug pattern of a Mustang, and instead of 5 by 4.5, I went to 5 by 4 3/4, because you do gain a lot of strength when mounting those, because just think of a torque wrench, right? So the longer it is, the easier it is to tighten. Well, the bigger your diameter, the easier it is for those studs and lug nuts and everything to hold it all together. So I did that, and that's a good medium. I was thinking about going 5 by 5, but you can run into issues with brake kits that don't allow for that. So that's what I went with, and here shortly I will show them off. But so far the 315 fits up in the wheel well super nice. There's plenty of room, and I'm excited to get some measurements, get my rear end start being built by Marty at Maryland Racing. Hopefully if I get in those measurements this weekend, I should have the rear end, the housing at least, by 3-4 weeks. So then it just comes down to filling it up with stuff, and then I'll actually, he's also going to make, he has a killer set of upper and lower control arms I'm going to have him build, which I didn't realize until I was talking to him last time, because he just has a Facebook page. But good news is he's talking about putting together a website, so that way you can show off all his offerings, which they're all super nice. So I can't wait for that also. But anyways, I'm gonna get ready to show you guys these things. All right, is everybody ready for this? I hope you are. 1, 2, 3. All right. So what we have here for the rear is, like I said before, the 15 by 12 Weld Racing Magnum 2.0 5 by 475, which is bigger than the Mustang standardly, is that even a real word? But bigger than the OEM lug pattern. And then they are double B locked. And for the front, I have the 15 by 3.5, I believe, with the 5 by 4.5 Mustang pattern, or Ford Mustang pattern, lug pattern. And I don't have tires for these ones yet, but man, they are super high quality weld wheels. They do a phenomenal job. Everybody seems to be running the real fancy looking wheels with all the different legs on them and stuff, and I'm just a simple clean kind of guy, and I think the roundness of these wheels match the roundness of the car, and these things just look so badass. But anyways, these are the wheels, and I think they are phenomenal, and I think they just look stupid good on this car. I forgot to mention too, the backs are a 5-inch backspace. When it comes to, I've kind of figured the 5-inch backspace would be good. I don't know, I just kind of had this idea that having the flange in the center of the wheel would be best. But I don't think it matters that much, considering even the top fuel cards aren't that way. They're pretty deep dished. And when I was talking to Marty, I never thought about it, but once you hear somebody tell you it, it's kind of like one of those duh moments, like, how did I not think of that? But a big reason a lot of the people use those real deep dish wheels is because so if your rear end is basically 5 inches on each side longer, it's 10 inches total. Think of how much that weighs. That's additional weight. So not to mention your axles are longer, so there might be more twist in them now, just all that compounds from the center. So it's something to think about when you order wheels, is how you want not only to look, but function wise. But I'm happy, even if I do have some added weight. I'm not too concerned about it. Like, this isn't a X275 car, so I'm not shooting for, getting my, hundredths of a second off for each little thing. It's more of a personal go, fun car, go have some fun with, and take it to the track and go to some races, do some racing. But I don't know if it shows up well, the camera, all those lights and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, let me go get some more lighting. Man, those 315s are some meaty tires, and they're gonna look so sick being tucked up in there like that. And I'm kind of almost worried what the 275s will look like. They're actually only about when you look at it tire to tire, it looks like about an inch, width difference. So it may not be too noticeable, but I'm sure it'll look a little different. But it just looks so good. I can't wait. It's gonna be insane. Now the biggest difference between the 275 and the 315 is that the 315 is 29 point something inches tall, and the 275 is 28.2 inches tall. So like right now, that is the highest I can get this wheel or this tire up in the fender well. It's touching the S95s that have that flat in the fender well. It's touching that, so I won't be able to get it that low and tucked with everything installed. I'm sure it'll sit probably, the fender line will sit probably another 2 or 3 inches taller, but still gonna look pretty freaking awesome. And the way it looks is I have plenty of room. There's let's see if I can get a good view. It looks a little tight in the front, but I kind of got the tire a little off from side to side. It's a little canted in there, but I should have at least a ½ inch. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. But I mean, my fingers can fit fully in there. You can get this. I mean, I got plenty of room. I don't even have to roll. I don't have to roll a fender lip. So I'm stoked. That's it's gonna be nice. So now, as you can see, I got the other one sitting on the ground. I gotta get it up in there. And I'm putting them up in as high as I can, trying to get them snug, so that way as I move them, they stay. I can measure pretty accurately from that. So then I'll just take and measure from wheel flange to wheel flange, and that will let Marty know how wide he needs to make it, because he'll also, I'm going to use strange brakes. He knows the thickness of those rotors. So he'll take those thicknesses, subtract it from that number, and then he'll make it so that based on the axles and everything will come out to where it needs to be, and I'll be set. All right, so I got my measurement taken. It was really easy. The first thing I did when I did it was just push the wheels in as far as I could, make sure they were relatively square to each other, and also put a level on the wheel flange, make sure that they weren't leaning real bad or anything, and then just measure between the wheel flanges. It ended up working out that between my wheel flanges I have 51.5 inches. That leaves me a 1/2 inch gap on the inside fender well between the tire and the fender well. So that should be good and plenty, and it tucked in real nice. I will not have to roll the edges at all, as it appears with those 315s. So I pulled one of the wheels out from under the car, and I have it, I dismounted the 315, which is over there, put on my 275, and as you can see, there is quite a bit of difference. You have just under 30 inches diameter on the 315, and just under 28 inches on the 275. And you'll notice these are older ET Street radials, but dimensionally they're the same as the ET Street Radial Pros in the 315 size. So everything works out there. So yes, you know, 315s are of course taller. And then if we look at width wise, let's see this here. I mean, it's hard to see in the video, but you can kind of get an idea of it. I mean, the actual contact patch is roughly pretty close to being aligned, and then on this side, see the contact patch is over here compared to the 275. So, but yeah, excited. It's one step closer. I'm gonna get my dimensions to Marty so he can start building the rear end. I've also been looking at what I'm going to use to fill the rear end, and Strange has pretty much all the products, and I'll probably be going with them because I'm also going to use their brakes and everything. So it's just do a complete package from them, and you know, it'll be spool, axles, brakes, yoke, gear set. So, oh, almost forgot. When you get your wheels, it's very important that you need to double, triple, quadruple check that the wheels you received are the wheels that you got or you wanted. When I ordered these wheels, I told the vendor everything I wanted as far as the wheels, size, dimension, everything. When he ordered the wheels from Weld, the person putting in the order switched two of the part numbers. So instead of, it was a blah blah blah, supposed to be a blah 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 80, they sent me a blah 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 08, which was wrong lug pattern, wrong backspace, everything else was right. But it wasn't like super obvious until I started looking at it. I was like, I'm gonna, because I do put stickers on the wheels that say basically, you mount a tire, you own it. So like I said, double, triple check, make sure you got what you wanted, because it's more likely that they will not take them back if you start mounting up a tire and you put it in the car and you're like, oh, this one's different, this isn't what I ordered. Well, you know, these are not cheap, these are expensive wheels. So make sure you got what you wanted, because otherwise you're going to be stuck or having a sell it on Facebook for a discount. Make somebody else's day, but certainly won't make your day. So, all right, guys, that's it. When I'm done with the wheels, I'm gonna get back on the lower torque boxes, get those going and wrapped up. And until next time, you guys have a great days, and get in the garage, turn that dream into a goal, and crush it. See ya.